The small but efficient investment house Stocks and Securities Limited held an investor forum on October 4, 2011. Keynote speaker and well-known financial analyst John Jackson noted that Jamaica was growing at a higher rate than analysts' projections.
What we do know is that the Jamaican economy has actually recorded growth for the first half and probably the first 9 months of this year. And the Minister of Finance recently indicated that the growth rate is actually vastly better than the forecasts or the figures coming out of the Planning Institute. These figures are something like 2.5%. My cursory examination of what I see going around tends to accord with a higher growth rate than the PIG, and something closer to 2.5% is not something that I'm surprised about. You just have to look at what is taking place. And when you look at the corporate results, you see a distinct difference between what's happening this year and what happened last year. The Jamaican dollar is stable, and the budget numbers are under control. So contrary to some people who felt the budget was a rubbish budget, the fact of the matter is that the budget has been fairly well crafted and is actually reflecting significant savings for the year to date. Up to the end of August, we have spent, well, the surplus in the budget is $16 billion, better than was originally forecast. And some of that is coming from the reduction in interest and in housekeeping, reduced housekeeping expenditure. And the revenues have kept up very well.
Jackson also predicted substantially increased revenues on the corporate side, but warned investors not to be too aggressive in the local market, although there were opportunities.
So the question is, can the good times continue to roll? Some of you will know the answer to that better than I do. What we do know is that so far the local stock market has shown, I won't bother to mention that. The local stock market, unlike Kimberley, the main market index, I have rubbished that. It has no validity. So when somebody tells you, when Kimberley tells you that the market has grown by 4%, that's the old market, tell her forget it. Throw that in the waste paper basket. It has no merit because the real test of the main market is the All Jamaica Index. What have I said? The All Jamaica Index. When you hear in the night's news that the market has moved by 0%, it means nothing because of the dominance of Trinidad Cement, of First Caribbean International. And I think there's a third, Guardian Life. The All Jamaica Index is up 20% year to date. That is the indication that you want, not the overall composite index. Okay? But for the stock market, each time I hear the US market has dropped by 1,000 points and rise by 1,000 points or whatever it is, it makes me nervous because there are people who are looking at what is taking place in the international stock market and will probably be more result in them they being more cautious in terms of what they do for local stocks. So I think we need to be careful and follow carefully what is taking place and don't be too aggressive in the local market, although I think there are tremendous opportunities there.
Jackson also suggested that junior market companies are going to grow faster than those he described as old guard